Good morning, Sherry Neff here, the Cycling Realty. We are going to cycle over to Station Identity and do an interview with Jason Olthoff. He has so much going on, and I just wanted to hear all the different things and see if there's a way we might be able to help. Okay, let's go.
Afternoon.
Hey Sherry, how are you doing?
Good. We see each other every week, but it's amazing how much I don't know about you.
I don't tell you everything on Wednesday at CAB.
So part of what I would love for you to share with the community is all of the different. Tell me what are you a part of?
Yeah, so well, I'll first start off with my job, what I do for a living, because sometimes that kind of say, hey, you're doing all these things. What do you actually do that generates a living for your family? So I work for a company called First Call, which is an IT company. And I travel around the state doing trade shows. I'm heading out today actually to go to a dental association event in Missoula. So I got that going on. And so that's what I do for my income, and I love it because I love working with people and helping people.
Actually help fix people's computers?
No, if you want me to fix things, I'm the wrong guy. But I have a team that supports me. So I go out and I talk to businesses that need IT or cybersecurity. And then
Cool.
what I do, I put them in contact with my team. We work out an agreement. And then I kind of back out of the process because I'm not the guy that's going to show up on site to fix something. I'm just the guy that say, hey, if you're looking for something like this, we can help. Here's a solution for you. If you want that solution, we can provide it.
Excellent. And I believe that's the way I first met you. One of your team members, he had introduced us.
Yeah. And
Trying to think the name, but many years.
Well, and you said my name correctly, so I don't get many people on my last name. So I guess we've been around people long enough, you kind of get to know what that is. But yeah, so First Call is the income side of it. I also run an event in town called CAB, Coffee and Business, and that's where you and I really connected. You come to my events on Wednesday mornings, and we're just business leaders that get together, share some ideas. We support one another. When I started CAB 6.5 years ago is because I felt like I was the only person that's going through something. So I thought, well, there has to be other people going through what I'm doing. I'm a small business guy. At that time, I was running an insurance agency. So people have to be doing or going through thinking the same way that I do and struggling and stuff. So I created CAB as a way for us to be able to come together and say, hey, you know what? If I'm going through this, I'm sure somebody else is, and we can build that support and that connection. And that's what started that. I run the What's Happening Great Falls Facebook group. I'm one of the admins on there. We got 5 people in there, almost 30,000 members in there. Because I'm big on supporting our community and what does that look like? It means not just showing up, someplace. It's showing up everywhere and
Absolutely.
just being a part of the community and not just my little niche or niche of people, right? And so I do that. I run the We Are Local publication, which is a local representation of our businesses here in town. They pay to market with me, and I call them partners. They partner with me. We put that out on a weekly basis, and we put it out into restaurants and waiting rooms that are owned by local businesses also, because I really believe in supporting local, shopping local, buying local, and being local.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that. And I read an article in We Are Local this morning about not just saying it, and that doesn't just mean your groceries and maybe a set of clothes. That means all of the contracts, our government, our big businesses, everybody stepping up and doing that part. Not
Yep.
perfect. It was a well-written, good article. I liked it.
We were a little nervous when we decided to do it because we thought it might ruffle some feathers, but the way I do things is you got to be bold. You got to get out there, and people don't talk about things because they're afraid of offending or something like that. I'm like, hey, we need to talk about things so we don't offend, so we can really get beyond that and have discussions. Well, I'm on the parking commission here in Great Falls because I complained and I had some issues, and I wanted to be part of the solution, so I'm on that. I'm on other boards just because I am very vocal on what I say and what I do.
I so appreciate that. We do have to be bold. So it isn't the easy answers that often solve the problems, it's the tough ones.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and so bringing up the mall, what does that say to you?
Right. So I did an article here a couple months ago about the mall,
Uh-huh.
and it went viral for Great Falls standards. It reached the mall corporate. We've had some discussions now. I'm involved in some things with the mall, trying to bring businesses into the mall, trying to how can we partner? The mall wants certain things, and I feel that, hey, is that what Great Falls wants? And we need to look at that and stuff. And we've talked a lot about the shape that the mall is in and what can be done and stuff. So I'm hoping through my discussions that we're going to get to the point where things will get better in the mall, and people will want to go there and spend some time in the mall, spend some money, and see, hey, there is a nice mall here. What businesses can go in there? So.
Excellent. I so agree. And so at this point in all of the work, I know you also are helping with the government officials.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you participate in every aspect of our community, whether it be business, government, nonprofit. What would you say is the one thing our community could do better? If there's somebody listening or watching this, an individual who thinks, oh, my opinion doesn't matter, how could they help?
Well, right now we're getting some good leaders in our community. We have Brock Cherry that's in there. He's with the planning. We're talking about having the city's growth plan and the people's growth plan, and what does that look like. So we're getting some good people in there. Where what's going to be the issue is, hey, we've gathered all this data and we do nothing with it. The city's done that before. They've spent thousands of dollars for surveys, and they said, we don't like the results, so we're not going to do any of that stuff. So we spent a lot of taxpayer money and got nothing out of it. So with this, if they choose inaction, it will hurt the city. We need to put action to it and get these things taken care of. Now, obviously, everything has to be done within reason. What are the things that can be done, and how should we go about it? And there are certain things that just can't be changed. But you know what? We always talk about a lot of casinos in our community. You know what? That doesn't have to happen. They say, well, we can't stop them from coming in. You can make it difficult for them to come in. You make it difficult for small businesses to come into town. Are you making it just as difficult for these casinos to open up? I don't think so. But if you're a leader out there, show me proof that it is difficult to come here as a casino, or how do we get these small businesses to want to be here in Great Falls? Because I'm a big supporter. I'm probably one of the largest supporters of our local community and our small businesses, and I will stand up for all of them against the big stuff. I'm not saying that we don't need both, but I think that there's a huge disconnect that's saying, hey, we're a thriving community. Show me where we're thriving. We have small businesses going out of business every day. We have people trying to start businesses and they're not able to because of the red tape. So how do we get them to want to be here in Great Falls and to grow in Great Falls? And getting back to one of the biggest challenges is I put a post out there about the military. We got a disconnect to the military in our community. Why are we not integrating more than what we are? Yeah, we integrate the leaders of the military and the leaders of our community, and they sit and, hey, things are going great. We got a great economic stuff that we're doing together. Well, I call that BS. You're not doing that. It makes you feel good that you're doing stuff. But if you really want to connect with the community, get these airmen involved in the community. Let's bring some things here. Let's get these airmen that are here to be ambassadors for Great Falls when they leave, to tell their other people, say, you want to go to Montana, you want to go to Malmstrom, you want to go to Great Falls, because they have things that other places don't have. Right now, that's not happening. We have people leave here and they talk about the negative stuff of Great Falls. And I don't think it's a true picture, but that's their perception of it.
Right. And so the more we can communicate to those airmen what is already here, as well as make sure when we're creating new things in our community that we're thinking of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And what do they want? Let's ask the questions. I'm not afraid to walk down the streets and pull out my phone and ask people, what do you think of our community, and get raw answers. It's different for like you and I doing it versus a government official doing it, because they're going to hear what they want to hear, right? And so I do feel that it could be more beneficial with us doing it and getting that raw data and saying, hey, listen, this is reality. Your perception is wrong.
So for all of those who are on my realtor's website and page that are thinking about moving to Great Falls, now tell me your favorite thing about Great Falls.
We're an untapped market.
Yes.
I mean, literally, if
Yeah.
you want to start something, Great Falls is it. I mean, we got some of the infrastructure here. We got some of the leaders that, like I said, is getting better. So if you really want to start something, look me up, Jason Olthoff. Look me up, follow some of the stuff that I do, and I'll guarantee you I can put you in contact with the right people. But untapped market, and that, to me, that is by far the best one. If you want to start something, Great Falls is the place to do it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time and spending it with me, Jason. And keep doing what you're doing, and we'll check in with you at the end of summer and see what you're looking like at the time. Well, of course, what you're looking like, but what your projects are looking like by that time.
Awesome. We got some great things that are coming down. I'm not going to talk about it now, but we have some amazing things that are coming out of my cab, the Coffee and Business, called Cab Fair. We got some things that are going to rock Great Falls.
Excellent. Love to hear it. Thank you, and we will talk to you all soon.